Guys, today I wanted to show you how to polish the Feedramp on an FN57. I have a bunch of videos. I just bought another 57, so I'm going to polish the Feedramp again. First of all, you're going to need to take it apart. What I usually just put a piece of paper under here. Makes it easier so I don't get my work surface all dirty. Okay. Piece of paper here. And I just drop the 57 like this. You'll need your mother's mag and wheel polish, which looks like this. Mag and aluminum polish. Okay, you use that. You'll need a Dremel. That's what I use. And you'll need a little sandpaper and maybe a little Q-tips. Gonna make sure your gun's empty. It is empty. Take it apart. Pop out with the barrel. Put the slide aside. And we're gonna bring. Yep. Okay, you can see how this is not finished in here, and it shouldn't really affect anything with the gun at all, but I usually take a little bit and I polish it. Little mother's mag and wheel polish. You could put it in there like that. Now you could rub this or do it by hand, however you want it. I'm going to use a Dremel today. A Dremel sometimes a little bit more messier, depends on what kind of wheel you got on it. And this is a messy wheel, but you can get a lot more speed on this. So put it in there like that. Hold it on. You can see already it's starting to shine. What you're going to want to do also is take this sandpaper, and I would do this probably first before I polish it. And I'm going to sand this in here like this. This gets a sanded surface, it's a little smoother. I'm using my good hand. You could use a Dremel for this too, to roughen it up like this, but this should work just as good. See how it's getting a little roughed up? Take it, put a little inside there too. Okay, and you take your finger kind of like this and do this under it. Stick your finger in there and that'll get you a little roughed up. The Dremel again. Gonna want to probably put a little more polishing compound in there. There. Sometimes this can be kind of messy. Yeah, so I'll put that in there. See already how it's getting polished up. Smoking like it's getting hot. Look at that. Polishing pretty good, huh? Just polish it up a little bit more. Now, if you have to get inside, you can use a shorter, something smaller than this. But what I normally do is I cut it a little, and then I'll just chop it a little. Do is just chop it. I'm going to cut it a little because I don't know where my other size ones are, and you can just cut it down a little. So you can fit into the chamber there. Alright, should be pretty small enough now, huh? Okay, so you can chop it down a little, so this will fit in here more, and we'll have to chop it a little bit more because it's pretty big. That should be small enough to go in there, yeah. Just turn it a little here, just turn it on. Okay. Now get a little more of your mother's. Put it in there. Really good. You're going to want to Get that all the way in there. See how that all went all the way in there? Turn it on. And that polishes the inside of there also. I don't know if you can see that. You don't want it to get too hot. You may, you know, have to let it cool off a little. You know, don't want that to get too hot in there. But that's all you really have to do. You can put it on a lower speed if you want, and just go in and out a little. That's all. You don't need a lot. There. And that looks like it's pretty good. If we hold the light up to it here, it looks pretty good. And then you're going to want to get your sandpaper again, a little. And any kind of like paper to wipe it off is fine. I find, believe it or not, regular paper, typing paper, cleans it better than a friggin' towel or a cleaning patch. It actually buffs it out in there. So put it all the way back in, get it out, put it around these sides like this. You'll watch how this makes it shine. Look at that. And this is the kind of finish you'll have now. And it looks really good on this gun. So it's going to help your feeding. And then with all your little dirt here, you can just fold that up on the paper and throw it in the garbage. Doesn't really have much cleanup. And let's get our 5.7 back here. But now you see how nice that looks. You can see in there too, it's smooth and shiny. So you just, you know, you don't have to buff it out too much. You just want to get it so it helps in feeding. They don't normally have problems anyway, these guns, but that's what I usually do. And let me just bring this camera up a little bit for you. And I'll put this back in. It's back together. And that's how I actually polish the Feedramp on the 5.7. I'd really recommend it if you have a 5.7 to polish the Feedramp, because the nice thing about that, you're going to help with feeding. Anything that helps with feeding or firing on any kind of gun is good. And I usually do this on all my 5.7s and all my guns. You know, pretty much all of them. But that is the one and only 5.7. And thanks for looking at my video. Have a great day.